If you're watching this video, you're likely some sort of entrepreneur, like it says in the title. And entrepreneurs like us tend to consume a ton of content, whether it's from Spotify, reading, watching YouTube, having a mentor right next to you, telling you the information, or just listening to an audiobook. But what do we do with all this information that we have now gathered? Well, in this video today, I'm going to be showing you why you should make your own custom GPT, why you should add it to your offer, and why you should actually start using it so you can save time, in turn, making you more money. So let's get into it. So as you can see here, these are all the types of content that you could consume and especially will consume as an entrepreneur. We have YouTube, mentorships, Audible, Spotify podcasts, this guy, books, other books. But now that we have all this information, what are we going to do with it, right? We can't just pull it out of our brain like a library whenever we need it. We're going to forget a lot of this, let's be honest. So what do we do with that? Well, we write notes. And writing notes is a way to actually remember and learn information that we're currently reading, and so we retain it faster. If you're not writing notes for anything, then it's just going out the other ear. I know sometimes I used to listen to a podcast and like while I was going to sleep or while I was like doing something else and making food. And then like later I'd like try and think back and I just wouldn't remember anything because I was already doing something else and I just wasn't fully paying attention to it. And then I started writing notes and then it started improving and I actually started learning the information that I was taking time to consume. So as you can see right here, just an example for the video, I have my raw notes, Google documents, inside the documents, but in here, let's say I'm looking for a solution to a problem that I have and it's in here somewhere, right? Am I going to want to have to scroll through all of this or like look through all of it? Because there's no search bar in the Google Docs. You can't just like search a question and it's not going to give you the answer that you need. However, I recently discovered custom GPTs. Now I knew these were a thing, but I never really put them to use until I found out how useful they actually are. So the value of custom GPTs is taking all this information, even transcripts from YouTube videos, whole entire books. You see this on the Hormozy GPT. It has leads and offers, the entirety of its book, so it's everything. You can take all this information and put it inside of a custom GPT. So basically, you can just pull it out whenever you need it, as you need it, right? You're not going to have to look through all your notes. You're not going to have to look through this raw paragraph of insanity. So the main takeaways of a custom GPT is, number one, building a custom GPT gives you leverage because it turns all the scattered, all the unorganized knowledge into instant access whenever you need it, because it's just having like an assistant right here that has all your notes, that knows where they are. And you just ask for, hey, what's the solution to this problem? And it just takes it out, reads it out to you, and tells you what you need to know. And the good thing about this is it's not going to give you generic answers. You're only putting information inside of it that you wrote down or you put inside of it purposefully, right? You're not going to give it a bunch of generic answers. Like let's say you're a flower shop owner and you're trying to find advice for how to scale your flower shop. You're going to have different answers than an online business. And obviously you can give ChatGPT context, but this way you're going to be getting the information that you already consumed, but most likely forgot about. So it's going to give you tailored answers to what you need it to, instead of just generic answers that don't always work and aren't always as specific as you need them to be for your situation. And number two, oh, well, I guess I already mentioned it, but answers stay aligned with your thinking, frameworks, and language instead of generic advice. So it's going to speed up decisions and remove the cognitive drag and just time drag of like looking through all of this chunk, because it's actually categorized inside of the ChatGPT's brain. Obviously, we're going to get into it, but you can upload docs into the custom GPT. I would recommend you actually like cutting out all the fluff. Just use Gemini or ChatGPT to make sure that it's in a good consumable way for the AI. I don't think it actually matters that much, but you might as well do it just so it can look at your stuff faster. So inside of your offer, I know I mentioned this before, but you should be adding this to your offer, because not only do clients get 24/7 answers, they get consistent guidance and faster execution without waiting on you. It boosts perceived value and retention and results of your clients for completely free. It does cost $20 a month. That's pretty much free, let's be honest. So not only does it do that, but it also productizes your brain. So right here we have the Alex Hormozy GPT. And the reason people love this is because it's guidance from Alex on demand, right? People want proven thinking on demand, not a bunch of more videos to watch. Like obviously people watch Alex Hormozy videos, but like what if you could just ask Alex Hormozy how to scale your business, how to solve this bottleneck, what to do next to get more clients? Well, this is why this guy exists, because people value that. It productizes your brain. So you can just label it Josh's brain, Jaden's brain, mine's Sam's brain, because I'm Sam. There you go. Go figure. So a custom GPT becomes a force multiplier for creators, consultants, and operators who want efficiency and scale without increasing workload. Meaning, instead of having somebody that tries to get information and tries to get advice from you 24/7, I'm talking about your clients, instead of you being there, you just give them this AI. You're not going to want to take away the ability for them to talk to you, because that's totally fine, but just give them this option as well. Just say like, hey, all my YouTube videos, all my assets, my video assets are in this AI, and I put in much more information so it's tailored and thinks like me. So if you ever have any questions that you need answered instantly, I would recommend you talk to this AI, and it will tell you an answer that I would most likely say. And that way they're not all bugging you to answer their questions with, they have an AI, but they know that an AI is really good. And if you put all the information in it, then it will be able to answer similarly as the actual person. So right here in the knowledge base, I'll actually just show you guys right here how to create the custom chat GPT. So you go to explore GPTs, you have to make sure you have the plus version, $20 a month, basically free. Go to create to the top right. You can name your GPT. We'll call it test for now. Description, I want it to be a funnel builder and marketer. So instructions. For the instructions, you want it to have a sort of identity. You want to think of it as giving somebody a job. Like you are a high performance direct response marketer that helps me with my marketing and answers any of my questions, diagnosing the problem, seeing what I've already done and why it hasn't worked, and giving me actionable steps to move forward. That could be something, but I would recommend you go through ChatGPT, and it'll give you a much more detailed, way better written pair of instructions for you to paste into here according to what you actually want it to do. But for the knowledge base right here, you have upload files. Now, what you can do here is just upload PDFs, Google documents of your notes. I do think it would make like a marginal difference if you took out all the fluff, but it just looks nicer if you want to look back at what it actually knows instead of just having to go through a raw paragraph of notes. So you can upload up to 5 documents in this knowledge base, each of 512 megabytes or gigabytes, but regardless, you can upload 5, and that's a ton of information. So you can really keep adding on to this thing over the years. Maybe you won't even need it in like 5 years, but like you're going to keep consuming content and keep writing notes on stuff that applies to you. So why not just put in a Google document and add it to your custom GPT? Just think of it as like your secondary brain. When you're trying to solve a problem that you know you've learned before, you don't want to have to go back and watch a video that you've already watched 4 times because you keep coming up with that same problem. I've done this myself. I'm like, oh, I learned that, but I low-key don't remember it because I watched so much content. So I just upload it to here and then ask it whatever question I have, and it answers me in a personalized way that I'm actually looking for. After that, you just create it, start talking to it, and that's your custom GPT. I hope you're able to understand why you should be using custom GPTs and why you should add it to your online high-ticket service to add more perceived value. If you enjoyed this video, subscribe down below, and I'll see you in the next video.